Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where I just started up the game here and we're definitely occupying all of this as we anticipated. The economy seems a little bit more bad than I remember it. Maybe this is the way it was. Let's tick forward, give it a month tick, let it update, and see what it's actually like. In particular, I'm concerned about this 1.8k. That might just be losing trade value down here, actually. The Unity is a little bit more concerning. I believe that I thought that we still had a small amount of Unity gain. We'll see. We'll see what's going on with that one. Let's do a quick jobs once over here before we get involved in the war. Not that there's that much war to get involved in. Okay. So this is looking good. We've got Tiersonia here. We're working on making claims out over this direction, and we know that we had said that it was going to take a decent amount here. That's 220 influence to claim all of this. Okay. Noted. For now, that's fine. So we are bombarding down in Tiersonia, and wow, it's laggy in this system. Okay, that is really laggy. Cool. 2888 and 2768. Okay, let's get out of that system. Yeah, this is more like what I thought it was. So it was just a matter of the game needed to correctly recalculate everything. It was just because I restarted. Sounds good. So no problem there. And to be clear, a lot of our negativity in energy credits right now is because we're missing out on trade value from down here.
Business is where you find it.
Hey, Soyu has finished up. So we can definitely put in a corporate culture site. We can put in a gene clinic. We can put in a city district. For now, that'll do. We'll get that underway and growing. Magnificent. We've also got Everin Prime here, which is currently being bombarded. That's probably the majority of the problem there. We may want to go deal with this, in all actuality. So we would... That's an awkward path to take. Just head on down to Fact. Once we get that cleared, this FTL inhibitor should go away, and then we could head over to Lyrum and push our way down like that. Cool. So we're going to do that. We're going to leave the bombardment to these gentlemen over here. I'm sure they've got that under control. I think they're only bombarding the core right now, which is mildly awkward. Okay. We're just going to wait now for a bit. We're going to push our way down this way. We do need to get the influence to claim these up over here, right? That is our next goal. So we're going to claim this fairly soon. Looks good. I don't know if we're going to get those, to be clear, out of the peace deal. They're not occupied by us, but if we have them claimed, I think we would. Actually, we should be able to check. It wouldn't actually do anything right now. We would need to wait until we have this system claimed because Tiersonia is not fully occupied. So we need to wait until either this is fully claimed or Tiersonia is fully occupied, and then we can swap over to the absorbers and see what the peace deal says, because we can't see what the status quo peace deal would look like. So that should be interesting. That should be very interesting indeed. We're just going to push down over this way. It's not a problem. And we can fight the Forfan Starfleet, that's for sure. No doubt about that one. Are they looking to land in here? I see that they have an army in here now. That one's it. Wait, they just stopped bombarding. Why? Why did you stop bombarding? That's terrible. You should not stop bombarding. We're just going to defend our territory down here. Are they... It looks like they're... Oh, man, that's so laggy here. It is so laggy. Okay. It does look like they are returning to bombardment here. So that's good. That's exactly what they should be doing. They have some reasonable strength here. Let's enter orbit over the core. And we'll give them a little bit to move around there. That should be fine. So we have this job on our capital. We're not going to... Oh, this capital. This capital, though. -100. Uh-huh. We need a grand total of 57. This gives us how much? Minus 75. We should be able to get rid of this Hall of Judgment. And what would we replace that with? A fortress? This is a very awkward world. No doubt about that. I think I'm just going to resettle over onto a generator world for now. We know that we need generator power, and we can do something like this. Cool. So that'll do for now. Our gateway has been constructed in the Ascension's End system, which is awkward because it's not under our control. Very awkward indeed. I don't want these guys to do too much bombardment down here. That's the reason why we're leaving. I didn't care about them occupying the star bases, but this bombardment we don't want happening. So we're heading down to deal with that. Are they landing in Tiersonia? Not currently. Okay. They only have this single army here, which is not strong enough on its own. But that seems fine. So we're just going to continue to push through here. We dip slightly negative on food this month. Okay. That is because of Eberron Prime getting bombarded, I think. Eberron Prime is an aggro world, so that would make sense. As I said, we definitely want to make our way through that. I want to grab this construction ship and have it make its way down this way. Because I want to grab this minor artifact monthly here. That would be a useful thing to have. Speaking of which, we may want to do a sell to private collections to make at least some energy credits. That'll keep us afloat for another month here. So we'll do that for now. And then, of course, we're going to take over Fact. This is not a big deal. This is an anchorage here. We should not have a hard time taking this over. In theory. That definitely took longer than I would have liked, but we're going to continue to press in over this way now, down to Ascension's End. Cool. Do we need to do any reinforcements? Yes, we do. Okay, that looks absolutely fine for the moment. They're at 17% war exhaustion right now, which is a remarkably low amount considering the percentage of their empire that is occupied. Yeah, we're just not doing a lot of damage to their defensive army there. We would love to bring these guys back up and start bombardment, but 101%? Why are these showing up as 101% sometimes? That's a little strange. Must be a flaw with the calculation there. Interesting. So we're just going to continue pressing our way through here into Ascension's End. And these guys are just continually bombarding Eberron Prime, and that is, of course, the reason why we're coming down here. 100%. We do not want them bombarding Eberron Prime, so we're going to stop them from doing that. Gangs are clashing on Ilix Prime. Okay, so we have 0 crime here. We do have a bit of overcrowding. We could plop in a city district. That's fine. And actually, we've got this desert world here that we should colonize. Apparently, we never did. We're going to go with the founder species here. There we go. And do we have any others to colonize? I think not at this moment. That one just got lost in the shuffle at some point. That's fine. Cool. So we're going to push down into Ascension's End here. And you can come in and grab this research station here. Beautiful.
Competitive station engaged.
So we're not going to have a very hard time with Ascension's End either. This is, of course, a shipyard. We'll get that taken back over. And yeah, we can see their shields are already gone. And we'll punch through their armor relatively quickly here, in theory. There we go. Now we're starting to open up. Their armor's gone, and now we're just in hull. And that's out of here. Fantastic. So that's taken back over. We're going to go hit Halvam. Halvam is going to be the hardest one here. I mean, besides the actual fleet. If they were clever, they should come fight at Halvam. They're not doing that. So that's fine. How are things going on Tiersonia? It's very laggy, no doubt about that. The core is at still over 3,000. Man, they really let that recover pretty thoroughly. Gross. Applied superconductivity coming through is very useful for our energy credit situation. I like
Competitive
it.
station engaged.
So we're going to take Halvin back here. This is not a tremendously powerful station, but it's a reasonably powerful one. Its shields are already mostly gone, though. And there they're gone. Cool. It does have a lot more offensive power than the other stations we've hit. But we'll be fine. The armor's gone, and so's the hull. Cool. We'll continue to reinforce our ships, and we need to come in and take these guys out. Ah, they're moving this direction. We'll just enter orbit here, then. We'll let this starbase hopefully start to regenerate. I don't know if it'll actually regen in time. But if these guys are looking to attack us here, we will let them come into us. We should win that in the end. And we have some repairing happening. Some. Reinforcements will come in through this gateway quite quickly. What few reinforcements we need.
Competitors engaged.
And we will take losses from this. But that's fine. We've got plenty of alloys stored up. And we can see at this point, yeah, this is not going too well for them. We're managing to hold back here. That's a really good spot to hold. I like it. And now we're forcing them to engage us in our ideal range. This is perfect. This is going exactly according to plan. Excellent. And there go those missiles. And they just have no defense for those missiles. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, that's not going well for them at all. We're taking losses, absolutely. And we did just terraform a bunch of worlds, so we should colonize these really quickly here. We'll get these guys going. I don't exactly care who ends up colonizing it at this point, but we're just going to grab the first ones in the list. It'll be fine. Cool. The first founder species, I should say. And then we'll get those gotten rid of. Excellent. There's only a few ships left, and they are done. Excellent. We're going to head back to Ascension's End, and we're going to get repairs there real quick. We should also reinforce our fleets. We did take losses. We knew that we would. 57,000 is a lot of losses. I'm not going to lie. More than I expected to see there. Almost exclusively frigates. That's interesting. I've been thinking about backing off on the number of frigates we have anyway. And this seems like a good opportunity to do so. It definitely does. Yeah. No, don't create a new fleet. Get rid of that. Okay, I wanted to bring this back to... Just thinking here. 35 sounds decent. And then we just fill it out with corvettes. The bulk of our fleet power is from corvettes, right? So something like this. We still have a decent number of frigates. And keep in mind, the primary purpose of our frigates is simply to deal damage to armor. But we already have some of that coming through with our phase disruptors that penetrate armor. I mean, these guys don't do a lot of damage to armor. We've got destroyers that don't do a lot of damage to armor, but cruisers are focused entirely around armor damage. We only have 4 cruisers per fleet. The question has to be asked, why are frigates taking so much damage over corvettes? And the answer to that, I believe, is the differentiation in the evasion. 90% versus 40%. So, the question has to be asked here, why do we have frigates? As opposed to 2 classes of corvette. We can have one class that's this, which is the picket ship and designed to take out shields. And then we could have a second design of corvettes, which apparently is all the way... Where did that go? Oh, I guess it isn't saved. So we could have a second one here, which would be an interceptor design. And this one would be running plasma cannons. Just entirely plasma cannons. And then we would run like a very similar defensive structure to what we have already. So this would be like living reactive armor into neutronium armor. Something like this. The Corvette class Corvette? No, I don't like it. Apparently now all we can get is the firm class Corvette. Okay, well I guess our Corvettes are firm. Cool. So we save that, and we would end up replacing our substantial class Corvettes, or rather our substantial class frigates, with firm class Corvettes. The question is, what is the reason to have these Corvettes, or rather the frigates, over the Corvettes? The Corvettes are cheaper in upkeep, they're quicker to build, they're ever so slightly more expensive in alloys, but they're cheaper in this is mostly a wash, I think. Looking at the differentiation of cost here, we can see that the Corvettes have a lot more power, but that's not very relevant, all things considered. The hull points are 200 versus the 400 here. So the hull points are lower, but the armor is the same. It loses the shields. They're a little less tanky, but they're more than half as likely to be hit, right? 90% versus 40%. They're faster. They deal more damage. I think it makes a lot of sense to run the firm class Corvette over the substantial class frigate. So, we would need to overhaul our fleets pretty dramatically to do that. We're going to go in and take back Everum here. This war is going to be over fairly soon. Right? We're bombarding the core here with our allies, and that is down to 2959 in terms of fleet strength. Sure. Let's go hit Everum here, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to split off all of our frigates. So we click to create a new fleet and select a new fleet. There we go. Had to click a couple times to make that work, but then we just disband it. And we're going to go through every single one of our fleets and do that. I don't think there's a reason to have these frigates, to be honest. So we get rid of all of these, and we're just going to change them over to be Corvettes. So we get rid of these guys, then we've got these, and we already have like half of our frigates missing, right? So it seems like a reasonable time to do it. Let's see here. We have frigates here. Any others? Frigates here. Okay. Now we go into our fleet management, and we remove all of these substantial class frigates from our fleets. Like so. We're going to fill the same role with Corvettes, and they're going to be better at evasion tanking. Our frigates were dying anyway, despite being slightly tankier, right? So this should be fine. We put in firm class Corvettes into each and every one of these. Like so. And yes, that's going to take a little bit to get that done. This was at 58, I believe. Yes. Beautiful. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a little bit expensive to get these all built back up, but we will be a lot stronger in fleet strength. Holy crap, we're going to be so much stronger in fleet strength. Yeah, this was worth doing. Why do frigates exist? That's a question that needs to be asked right about now. We're positive in energy credits, negative in food at this moment. Look at that price of alloys. I love it. We're going to sell off some resources here and get ourselves a bunch of energy credits. The rest of this we can probably keep around. I'm going to sell 5,000 minerals. And then we're going to buy in a bunch of alloys here. Yeah, that was very expensive. Yeah, we drove the price way, way up. But now we have 44k alloys, and we can hit this reinforce fleet button. Beautiful. And we're just going to start pumping the primarily Corvettes here, I think. That feels like that barely did anything. Hang on. What's going on here? Where did all of these queue up at? I mean, the mega shipyard is only building a colony ship, apparently. Oh, we're lacking in, of course, we're lacking in dark matter, aren't we? And living metal? Yeah, we don't actually have a source of living metal. So we should then back off. Let's see here. Here we have the reactive armor. Yeah, we should have the reactive armor instead. Show the obsolete components. We can't do the living reactive armor because we don't have a source of living metal. So the reactive armor is the way to go here. It's not actually the dark matter, although dark matter is going to be a problem. But there we go. Now what are we having the issue with? Now it's dark matter. Okay, that makes sense. We did sell off our dark matter. That was probably a mistake. That's fine. We'll make it back over time. No concerns there. Beautiful. So in we go. How are things looking in Tiersonia at this moment?
Competitive station engaged.
Have they landed? No, they're at 2939, and Boundary has fully recovered at this point. So there's Everin back under our control. We're going to head up and bombard Boundary. We'll arrive there in approximately 6 months. Sure, that seems fine. We can make some claims complete. Here. So we definitely want to grab Widbaril here. Now that this is claimed, we can do what I said previously and switch over to these guys and see what a status quo piece would look like. So let's do that real quick here. I'm not going to actually issue the piece or make any changes. I just want to see, would this go to us even though it's not actually occupied by us? That's the main question here. So let's find out. Let's see here. Debug tool tips. I always get this wrong. Debug tool tip. Cool. Looks like they are 8, so tag 8. All we want to check here is this. So Felix, Akramalo, Badukan, and 2 more. We would get 5 systems currently, and we would get 2 planets. We know that that's the 2 planets over here, right? We know that that is this one and this one. So 5 systems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, presumably. And not this one. I think that's the way that that's working. Okay, we don't actually want to issue this. So I'm just going to go back to tag 0. Fantastic. And now that we have that answer, I'm not going to really change this. We'll see if we get the influence to claim these. We have these fully occupied ourselves. So we would love to claim those. So we actually don't want this war to end yet, is the answer. Our gateway site is ready over here in Tiamat, and we do need energy credits to do that. I'm going to sell off some rare crystals here, and we'll get that gateway site upgraded. Cool. Now, where are we for dark matter? We're at 6, and we need how much in total? 379, 481, according to this. I mean, that's not that much. Oh, we still have the debug tooltips on. Let's turn those off. Fantastic. So that'll do it. Excellent. We definitely do need to get additional dark matter. We're at 12 right now, making 5 per month. I don't want to buy it. I just sold some. So I don't want to... I don't want to do it. That would be preferable to not do it. Minerals from jobs plus 5%. Cool. That's not bad. Not bad at all. What is this fleet?
Colonial Enterprise upsizing.
It must be trying to merge with one of these others. That's okay. No major problems there. So we can continue to reinforce this fleet button. And yeah, 80,000 alloys at this moment. Keep in mind this is because we just overhauled like half of our fleet power. And that's fine. We're not going to have any real problem maxing this back out again relatively soon. We just need to get a good amount of dark matter, and we're making 5 per month. So it'll take some time. We can buy it in if we feel it's necessary. I kind of don't right now. I'm not feeling like it's super necessary at this moment. Does the AI use frigates? They do use a few of them, looks like. Okay. Noted. 2815. Cool. So those bombardments are going to take a bit, but now we've got our economy largely back under control. I am noting some food issues persisting here. We'll probably need to do something about that. This station needs a Habitat Central Control upgrade. Beyond that, Everim has apparently some ruined districts here. That would do it. Okay, I'm going to move this agriculture district up to the top. And yeah, they managed to get some damage here. We can repair this chemical plant as well. So we'll get that going for now, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, this war will likely get wrapped up. Hopefully. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and hang on, can we grab this quick? Yes, we can. We'll make that claim. We'll definitely get that since we have it occupied. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, MLohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.